Hey guys, welcome to another video. So today we have a special guest. So his name is Rohan, and he is currently going to Carnegie Mellon University, which is one of the best universities in the world. So hi Rohan, tell me about yourself. When are you going, etc.
Yeah, yeah. Hi Tejas. Hello guys. My name is Rohan Paranspe, and I'm from Pune. I have just done my BTech from MIT WPU in Electronics and Communication Engineering. And last year I decided to apply for masters in Electrical Engineering and Computer Science, and I have received an admit from Carnegie Mellon University for the same. Joining for the spring semester, which starts in February.
Okay, awesome. So I had just one question. When did you decide for like studying abroad, studying for MS?
To be honest, I had my plans for doing my masters since my first year, but I
Uh-huh.
actually seriously decided to do so in around July or August 2020.
Okay.
So that is last year.
May I ask why was that like so? Like
Uh,
why was the seriousness came like
uh, I guess that happens to all of us. So basically, when engineering began to end, I suddenly got that surge of seriousness, and then I was like, what to do next? Do I do masters? Do I do a job? So then I decided that as it is, the deadlines are approaching, so why not give it a shot and apply for masters? That's why I decided to apply last year.
yeah, yeah. So so apart from CMU, of course, you must have applied somewhere else. So which schools did you consider? Which universities did you consider?
Apart from CMU, I had applied to UC Berkeley, University of California, San Diego, University of Michigan, Ann Arbor, New York University, and University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign.
Okay. So where else did you get an admit from?
I got an admit from NYU and from UCSD as well.
Okay. So and which course did you apply for?
The course was same for all the universities. So basically, my course is Masters in Electrical Engineering and Computer Science. And for all these universities, I had chosen my specialization in AI and robotics.
Okay. So like every university you apply for the same course, right?
Yeah, I applied for the same course.
Okay. So you mentioned electrical and computer, right? So why
Right.
not go for CS instead?
Uh, well, I mean, I love coding, but the thing is that I don't see myself doing coding the whole time. So basically, I'm also interested in the hardware part of systems, and I love designing components. I love designing PCBs for robotics and stuff like that. So I love coding, but I'm also more inclined towards the hardware part.
Yeah, that makes sense because you are from EC, right? Electronics and Communication.
Right. Right.
Okay. Sure. So um, I was like coming to like how did you decide or finalize CMU like apart from those two universities you got in?
Well, so starting from the like, why I decided these six universities. So the thing was that I had decided to aim at the United States, the country first, and then in that country I had chosen these six or seven universities because these universities had my required subjects. Uh,
Mhm.
so I mean, it is a really good university, and it was my first preference, obviously.
Of course.
So when I got an admit from CMU, I did not give it a second thought. I basically just accepted it. So because
Okay.
the
Yeah.
course is really nice, and the faculty, the infrastructure, I mean, it is really great.
Yeah, makes sense. So you mentioned about selecting US, right? So
Right.
why didn't you consider other countries like Canada because the immigration and all is easier than the US, right?
Right. But the thing is that of my relatives live in the US, and I have been
Mhm.
to US several times before. So I had sort of decided to do my masters in the US when I was in my 12th standard or 11th standard. So since then, I had decided that I'll do it in the US itself. So I did not look.
So a side question, like, did you get your visa?
No, so since I'll start my MS in spring, that is in February, my visa process will start in October.
Okay, okay, okay. So you're applying for the spring semester. Nice, nice, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So you mentioned like you have some relatives and also how are you planning to like convince the visa officer like you come back because some of the applicants might be concerned about it. So that's why I asked the question.
Uh, well, I already have a tourist visa, so
Mhm.
I have read it online that if I already have a visa, getting a student visa is not an issue. So I haven't given it much of a thought.
Okay, okay. That's okay. That's okay. So the most important question, like everyone are waiting for. So how did you get on basically? Like what was your profile, background? Like it's CMU after all.
Uh, well, I too wasn't expecting to get into CMU because it is a really good university. But speaking about my profile, well, in engineering, my CGPA is about 9.6. And if we talk about extracurricular activities, I am a part of a Formula student team. I don't know if all everybody knows what Formula student is, but it basically is a community where students build race cars and compete in various events. So that I think gave me an upper edge over other participants because it is a, a widely application-based structured competition.
Mhm.
Apart from that, I have also done a couple of internships in various companies, and I added those to my profile as well. And I also play badminton at the state level, so I guess that helped as well.
Okay, okay. And what was your GRE score?
Well, I did not require GRE because GRE was waived off for while applying for 2021.
Okay, okay, okay. So do you have any idea like what are the minimum requirements for GRE for applying for the course?
I read online that a score of 320 plus is considered as safe if you want to apply.
Okay, so as it is a STEM course, so most weightage should be given to the quant section, right?
Right, right. So
Okay.
mostly for all these universities, they give extra weightage to the quant section itself
Mhm.
because you also require IELTS or TOEFL if they want to check your English. So they give more weightage to the quant section.
Okay, so and so you obviously would have given TOEFL or IELTS. So like, what was your score in that?
Uh, yes, I have given my IELTS and my score was 8.5.
Okay, nice. That's awesome. And did you have any research papers or research experience? Anything?
Well, when I applied, I did not have any research experience. So
Mhm. Okay, okay, okay. Fair enough. That's great. Um, Also, what do you know anything about the co-op or internship? Like, what is the situation in CMU?
when they gave me an admit for the spring semester, they
Mhm.
gave me four options of choosing my course structure. So out of those four options, two options included an internship. So basically, the course structure I chose consists of 4 semesters, which are to be done in the classroom, and one additional semester, which is a compulsory internship. So I'll be
Okay.
doing my in the summer semester basically, and it is a part of the course, so the credits will be counted.
Okay. Also, you mentioned you applied for fall semester, and when you get for like spring, what was the situation like? Uh,
Well, yeah, I for the fall semester.
mhm.
Uh, One day I just randomly received an email from CMU stating that due to some reasons I cannot get an admit for the fall semester. So if it's okay with me, they'd like to offer me an admit for the spring semester. So I just accepted it for the spring semester.
Okay,
But I
okay,
had applied for the fall semester.
okay, okay. Fair enough. So, you mentioned you took the internship option, right?
Right, right.
Okay, okay. And it is for how many terms?
The course is for basically 5 semesters. 4 semesters are in the classroom, and one semester I have a compulsory internship.
Okay, it counts as a credit.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. And as CMU is like private university, so the cost of everything would be high. So, did you consider any scholarship or aids or something?
Well, I tried to contact the people in my department, I mean, the seniors and the faculty, to get information about this. But they said that they'll give me all this information in the month of September or October. But when I read online, I have found out that generally there are a lot of assistantships or fellowships available,
Mhm.
which they pay us pretty well. So I'm guessing that I'll get at least one of those.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So, and also apart from these, there would also be teaching assistantships and research assistantships, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so any idea like when should you apply for them? Like if you're going to the spring semester?
For the spring semester, all this process starts in the month of October. So basically, I'll get I-20 form and all which are required for these assistantships. I'll get all of those in the month of October.
Okay, okay. So coming to my last question, like after graduating from CMU, like what are your future plans? Like, what would you like to do?
Uh, well, in the long term, I plan to come back to India and have a company of my own. But
Okay.
when I immediately pass out from CMU, I don't know exactly what the situation will be. I mean, I don't know if
Uh-huh.
I'll do a job or if I'll come back to India. But for sure, I can say that in the long run, I'll definitely come back to India.
Okay. So I guess like my questions are over. So do you have any like suggestions for the applicant, like the future applicants? Anything?
Uh, well, I'd just like to say that all those who are trying to don't take stress of the situation. I mean, if you plan it out, it's really easy. Online, we see a lot many things from people 10s while applying. We think that it is a very difficult procedure, but I'd like to say that this is not the case. If you plan well in advance, you can do it really easily. And one more thing is that I'd suggest everyone write their SOPs honestly and on their own. I mean, don't take sample SOPs from the internet and then just change a couple of things in that SOP. So that is one more suggestion, that whatever you do it on your own and do it honestly, and you know plan well in advance, and it is not at all difficult.
Yes, totally agreed. Man, totally agreed. So I guess this is it, and thank you so much for coming. Like I just contacted Rohan like today itself, and he was ready to do the interview. So thank you so much again, and best of luck. All the best for your future.
Yeah, thank you so much, and all the best to you as well, and to all the people who watch our video. I wish them all the best too. Thank you.